welcome back. We have heard from Alan and from Brian, and we have the privilege of having Mike Moran in our virtual studio, who just demonstrated what it's like to use the gaming wheel. What track was that? Was an Indianapolis 500. That was
Lime Rock, short track in Connecticut. It's a road course. But yeah, and you could, with this iRacing platform, you can download any track, Le Mans, Indy, Daytona, even the Chili Bowl, and run a dirt modified there. You name it, you could do it. It's kind of endless. And if you're into racing, it's your mecca.
So how many of these simulators do you have?
Currently, we have 3. Brian, after his brainchild, he got with Dave. Brian, what's Dave's last name? Made the wheels?
Dave Thomas.
Yeah, Dave.
He doesn't make hamburgers.
Okay. Brian got with Dave to make the wheels, and now we have them, and we have 3 of them. We're looking to get into 3 VAs here in New England. One in West Roxbury, Mass. One in Brockton, Mass. Then one up in White River Junction, Vermont, VA. So with the idea of using these as simulators for people to get the idea how to drive, but also to use them in the e-gaming world, trying to set up a racing series between the VAs. With Brian's idea, having one of these in each one of the spinal cord units across the country, and start a driving series through that. And the ripple effect of something like that will be huge. One person sees it, and they're like, wow, I got to get one of them. Well, that looks fun. So it's a great platform to start to show Brian's ideas.
You're right. And have friendly competition, right?
Oh, for sure.
You got to have that.
Yeah.
That just adds to the fun.
You're right. And with this, you can set up a whole team where you have spotters, crew, everything. So let alone, it's not just you, your buddies can get together, sponsorships, the whole, it's a real deal when you get to the virtual world. The possibilities are endless. And if we get like the VA, with our wheelchair clinic coming up, we have a lot of folks that are going and aren't going, but they offer the e-gaming if they're not going. So this, I think, is a perfect fit down the road for something like that. The 2 of them need to come together. They need to be together for sure.
I think so. And for a lot of the reasons that you said, that Alan said, and that Brian was explaining as well, this is awesome. Absolutely awesome. I salute you guys.
Right back at you.
Thank you so much for, ingenuity is really cool.
Pardon me?
Ingenuity.
Oh, yes.
Necessity is the mother of all invention, right?
For sure. And like Brian said, we don't think sometimes like the woe is me sets in. Oh, I can't do anything. You'd be surprised what you can accomplish. You're just, unfortunately, we do this to ourselves. We set ourselves, we stifle ourselves. This is great progression because this leads to other things. This opens so many doors, and to meet more people. What's wrong with that, right?
Well, I got to meet you, and I got to meet Brian, and thanks, Alan, for also chiming in with your experience. And I hope that everybody that's been listening understands that the entire episode has all been about moving forward.
Sure.
Okay, so we're moving forward in a grace car today, but we're moving forward. That's why it's called Veterans Onward to Prosperity. Onward to Prosperity.
For sure.
That the opposite of that is being stuck.
Right. And it happens, unfortunately. And that's why we have other people. Sometimes we don't see it, and hopefully someone who does, they can give you a little constructive criticism and help you move along a little bit. And sometimes we need that.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we're kind of used to that in the military, right?
Yeah.
On the spot correction.
Yep. For sure.
Correction course, man, we were brought up with all of that.
Tough love.
Tough love. Absolutely. So, guys, I hope that this episode has been inspirational to you. Now, how are they going to get in touch with you guys if they want more information, possibly even want the wheel?
Yeah, accessibleracing.org is where Brian has all the things he's involved with. There's actual physical adaptive race car that we get to go in and drive. There's links to that. There's videos there. So all the information is pretty much available from his webpage.
Well, I'm a little jealous coming from the Madison VA. We don't have that here yet. Hopefully someday we will.
Hey, we'd love to get you one, that's for sure.
Okay. Well, I thank you all for being on this episode, and we're going to wrap things up right after these messages.